Hey everybody, so today I have a new video for you and I am trying out a new service for me. So the folks over at Fashom asked me if I wanted to try out their styling service. So as you know, if you've been watching my channel, I've been doing unboxings with Stitch Fix, Dia & Co, Trunk Club, and so Fashom is kind of like another brand within that kind of service. They do styling boxes where you pay a fee to have someone style for you, but they're kind of like this weird middle ground in terms of they have some features that are Trunk Club features, and they have some features that are like Stitch Fix and Dia & Co, and they offer up to a size 24, sometimes a 4X. So I figured it'd be a good chance for me to like try it out and let you know how it is, because they do offer some things that might appeal to you. So the first thing is that your first 2 styling sessions are free, and so that's pretty nice. You get to do it twice for free to try out the service. The styling fee itself is only $15. Most of the other ones are between $20 and $25, so you're paying less. So if you're someone whose budget's a little smaller for that part of the service, you're not putting so much out there right away before you get the items. The other thing is that you do still get 5 items, like is typical for most of these services, but they have a feature that's similar to Trunk Club in that you get to preview what your stylist pulls. So your stylist will go off of your notes and style quiz and all of those things. They will pick 7 items. They will show it to you, and you have, I think, a couple days maybe to tell them which 5 you want to try. So they sent me 7 items. I immediately knew of like 3 that I wanted. The rest of them, I picked the ones I thought would be best for the video, and then I left behind the ones that are kind of more basic. I think one of them was a legging, and one of them was a t-shirt with like the crisscross detail, which I just already have at this point. So I like that. I like that you can say no, and in fact, once you see all 7 items, if you don't like any of it, you can just not have the box sent. So that is nice, especially for some of you that have had issues with getting a box where you don't like anything. You have some little stops in the works to decide whether or not you want the box to come to you to try things on. Now, I believe Fashom is a newer brand, and I will say there are a little bit, like a couple hiccups that I feel like I should share. So the first is that whenever you take the style profile and you do the quiz and all of that stuff, it's a little bit more in depth than some other ones that I've gone to and done. So one of the things I thought was interesting is they ask your weight, and I'm okay sharing my weight with different companies. I really don't care. But the weight only went up to a certain weight. It had a limit, and that weight was lower than my weight. And so I was like, interesting. Like, I fit within their size range for the most part. The fact they stop at 24 could pose problems for me. I was like, but the weight is not even just a little bit less than what I weigh. It's significantly less than what I weigh. And I was thinking about different weights that I've been over my life period, what sizes I was, and I'm only 5'4", and I'm just like, there's going to be a lot of women who weigh more than this who might be like, will I fit into anything, you know? And then also there was no option to opt out, and some plus size women just do not weigh themselves, and they don't share their weight. They don't see it as relevant. There's no way to opt out besides just picking a weight and pretending like it doesn't exist. So I did pass that along to them, just letting them know, like, hey, just so you know, like, it doesn't have my weight. That made me wonder if you have clothes that'll fit me. Also, some people might like an opt-out option. They said that I was the first person to say that to them, so I'm very curious to hear what you have to say. The other thing is that they had a question about what stores you shop at and which ones are kind of like more your style. And a lot of the options were things like Zara, H&M, goodness, I'm going to forget all of them. But basically, ModCloth was one of them. Besides ModCloth, which has a significant plus size section and its own aesthetic for plus sizes, none of them really offered. There's a lot of stores that didn't offer plus sizes at all, and the ones that did, like H&M, offer such a tiny amount of plus sizes that I didn't feel like it was really relevant. And so I just told her, you know, I don't feel like I can pick a store that I shop at that represents my style for my stylist, because these stores aren't part of my shopping. Like, they don't offer things for plus sizes. It'd be cool if there were some brands that are plus size that I could select so that they would know. And again, like, I am someone that like study words, so I might be a little bit more sensitive to this than other people, but if I'm taking a quiz and they seem to not know what like plus size stores are, but they're offering plus size, it makes me worried that they don't understand the plus size consumer, where we shop, what the plus size styles are like at these different places, and so on. Again, you might not have any feelings about that. I just passed it along to them because I had feelings about it, and all I can do is represent myself. So I will say the person I talked to over at Fashom seemed open to hearing my criticisms, open to hearing kind of what I thought and why I thought that. Again, she did mention I was the only one that has said something like that, so maybe I'm in the minority. That's cool if so. I still felt like I should tell them about it. But you're not here for that kind of stuff. Let's get into the fashion. So your box comes all wrapped up. I haven't opened mine yet, so let's dig right in. One thing that I forgot to say that is unique of Fashom as well is a lot of you have heard that, like, if you keep everything in your box at Stitch Fix or Dia & Co. Sorry, hair. You get a discount on it. But you have to keep everything, and that doesn't happen for most of us. With Fashom, you only have to keep 3 items to get a 25% discount. So it's going to be easier to kind of get a deal at Fashom because there's only 3 items for you to get a good discount. And just so you're aware, because they reached out to me to do a review, I get the same 2 free styling services for free. Again, you would get that too. And they gave me a small credit for my account in case I wanted to buy something. Okay, so let's get into the box. The first thing that I opened was my return bag. These are already pre-labeled and you drop off to ship back. I just want to see what company they use. All right, awesome. So they're using the United States Postal Service, which means all of us should have one local to us, and I appreciate that over, like, I forget which service I used. I used something that used FedEx, and that was a little bit harder for me, but awesome. Okay. Then we have the invoice. It tells you all the prices, so I'll hold on to that. It also tells you what the discount will be, and again, if you purchase 3 items, you get a 25% off discount, and also if you need an exchange, you just email them to set that up. I will say some of the brands that I'm already seeing are things like Gilly and Cut from the Cloth. Those are also brands I experienced over at Stitch Fix. And then you have the instructions. It looks like their tagline is "Better as I am, believe in yourself and you'll be unstoppable." Basically it says, try on everything at home, buy what you like, send back what you don't, use a prepaid mailer. And then also each Fashom box contributes $1 to Second Chance Rescue NYC Dogs. So that's really cool. They have a charitable group they're connected with. All right, I will say this box is heavy. I do have a pair of jeans in here. So the box comes wrapped. You have the Fashom sticker. Ooh, I like the color. And then you have all of your items in there. So I'm just gonna pull them out one at a time. And after I talk about each item, I'll just show you a clip of me wearing it. Okay, so remember how, like, just a couple minutes ago I said that I put no to a top with strappy details? I guess I said yes to that. To be honest, I can't remember what I said yes or no to. I know I said no to some leggings. So this is from Gilly. It is their plus size front detail top in a 3X, and it is described as a red brown. It's definitely got, like, that mauve. I mean, I would consider this red brown. It's much more like rusty color. This has much more of a purple hue to it. I'll admit this looks really small. Like, me just holding it, it looks small. It is a 3X. I do wear plenty of 3Xs as well as 4Xs, but we won't know until we try it out. The fabric feels nice. It's stretchy, and the top is $30, which I think is pretty reasonable for a top. I will say, okay, so I'm just going to be really honest. Like, I'm pulling it out, and the first thing I notice is there's a thread loose. I believe if you find any kind of things on here and you wanted to keep it, they would just exchange it for you if they still had stock. And it is a little bit see-through, but we'll try it on and see what we think. Okay, so this next item is also from Gilly. It's their Sweetheart neckline, A-line dress with back smocking knit. So this is the back. I don't wear a lot of clothes that has a smocking, but I don't mind it. This dress is $41, which I think is a pretty good price for a dress. And it has this, like, purple, I'm sure you can see it. It's like that marled fabric and purple and gray. This is also a 3X. It has a little cap sleeve. I'll admit this also looks a little bit small, so we'll see. So I'll say this, like whenever I originally said yes to doing this, I saw they went up to a 3X, 4X, and so I assumed like it would be fine. Then whenever I started talking to her, like one of the questions asked what dress size maybe. One of the biggest option was a 22, and I was like, this isn't going well for me. And then when I talked to her, she said that a lot of things stopped at the 3X, but they did have some 4X. I did put that I would like a 4X if possible. Everything I got was in a 3X or 24. I did get a pair of slouchy boyfriend jeans in a 24. We'll see if those fit. Alright, the next thing I got is a jacket from Vince Camuto. This is actually by the brand 2 by Vince Camuto. I've never heard of that sub-brand of Vince Camuto's. I'm interested to find out more. Possibly maybe a more affordable brand, because this is a jacket and it's only $55. And Vince Camuto is pretty darn expensive. I mean, you know, you're finding their stuff at Nordstrom for a lot more than that. So it has this little button detail at the collar. It is this nice tweed. This feels a little bit more substantial in size. I'm not surprised, because Vince Camuto sells a lot of things at department stores, and I've fit into his things before. Also, the tweed is really stretchy, which I appreciate because some tweed is not. So we'll see how that goes. We are getting into spring. I'm not sure that I'm exactly in the market to buy a jacket, but we'll see how it fits. Okay, I have a second bundle of items, and this first item is the one that I was probably the most interested in. We'll see. As I touch it, I'm not sure how I feel about the fabric. This is by the brand Chris and Carol. It's a floral printed wrapped midi dress. I do like this. It's like a very like taupe gray purple. I always say taupe gray purple. I can't just say taupe. I say taupe gray purple, with a floral print, very springy. I could see a lot of people wanting to wear this for like Easter, you know, when people go to their garden parties and things like that, because everyone does that, right? I said I wasn't sure about the fabric, and that's because A, it's see-through again, but also this fabric is some kind of mix. It's not like slinky, and it's not shiny, but it feels slinkier than typical fabric that I'm used to. Okay, I can't find the fabric of it, so this will be another one of those try it on and see how it goes. Okay, and this last item is cut from the cloth, sorry, 24 women, Catherine Slouchy Boyfriend. This is another brand that's sold at places like Nordstrom, so I know it's a good brand of jean. I like that it only has flight distressing. I never realized they did this little K in the back. That's cute. It is Boyfriend, so it's a little bit wider at the ankle, and it already has this cuff in here. The front has very minimal distressing. I appreciate that. I don't mind some distressing. I just don't want it to be like the entire leg because I just can't wear it very many places like that. So a little bit on this side too. So a size 24 is, I do have a pair of jeans that I do wear in a size 24. They're very stretchy. So I'm not exactly expecting this to fit. I think I got it just so that you would have a jean to see of what you would get from them with jeans. The cut from the cloth boyfriend jeans are the most expensive item at $89, but again, this is like a higher end brand, so I'm not surprised by that price at all. And overall, it seems like the prices are generally pretty on par with some other brands, maybe slightly less. And then the nice thing again is that if you decide to like 3 of them, you get that extra discount, which the other places don't offer. So let's stop talking, let's get to walking and try these things on. Are you impressed with my my ability to rhyme right there, but apparently not my ability to remember words? Cool, me too. Hey again, so I just tried everything on and I have some new thoughts. So the first thing is that the Chris and Carol floral wrap dress fit me much better than I thought. I actually think it's a really pretty dress. It is very thin, and it was breezy when I was trying it on and it was going everywhere. It does have a lining. The lining comes up about mid-thigh on me personally. But do I think it's worth $44? Yeah, I mean, you're thinking that you're also paying for the styling aspect of it, but I think it was pretty good. And then also, the ghillie dress fit, but not like great. The ghillie items were both like too small on me. At least one size too small, and they fit, but they just didn't look that good. And they're cheaper priced items, but I would also say that figures into like how they feel. They feel a little bit cheaper. The shirt felt very thin. The cut from the cloth jeans looked really nice, but I knew they were too small, and they were too small. I couldn't button them. I would need at least 1, probably 2 sizes bigger for those to work. And then when I put on the Vince Camuto tweed jacket, it honestly felt like a sigh of relief to put on clothing that fit me. So I might buy that one. That one's $55. I think it's a really pretty jacket. It's not my typical style, but I think it would be nice. It's so hard because it's kind of cool out, or it's kind of cool today. It's gonna be warm soon. I'm like, do I get that jacket knowing it fits well, wear it for the next little bit? It is super comfortable. Sometimes my office is cold. It would be nice to have it there. Or should I do another one because I have another credit in terms of you get the 2 first boxes free styled and try it out again. So, I have to try on and return it within 3 days. I'm not sure I'm going to get this video up in time for you guys to tell me what to do. So, I will have to make a decision. Here's the thing. When you're the top size of a company, and they even say that some of their stuff only goes to 2022, you know you're getting the slimmest of the pickings. And I think that this brand probably works a lot better for people who are up to size 22. Ariana Lane's channel did a Fashom unboxing the other day. She's a size 20, I think. She has, I think she might be 18, 16 top and then 20, 22 bottom or something like that. She found things that fit her better. I think for me, the brands they carry just aren't made to fit my body. And so, the question is, do I do another box and try to get some accessories, or do I just go ahead and use my credit and have a nice jacket that's well made that maybe is a little bit out of season? I do think they're very open to feedback, which is awesome for a new brand. And, who knows, maybe they'll expand sizes and they'll be a perfect fit for me. At the moment, I am thinking that I probably will get the Vince Camuto jacket. I'm going to try it on again in the mirror and just see how I feel, review my footage, see if that's, how I'm going. So I hope you enjoyed my review of Fashom. I was really honest about how I felt through the entire process. I do think they have some good brands. It's very on par with other styling services in terms of price point, etc. But they have made some really good additions to the service, such as getting to preview the 7 items, getting a 25% off discount for getting 3 items. So I think if you're looking for a little bit more say in what you get and a little bit better of a deal, Fashom could be a really great option for you. And again, you get the first 2 boxes free for styling service. So I think it's worth trying out and seeing how you enjoy the service. Of course, you can tell me anything that you want to about your experiences down in the comments below. I may do a second box just because it's already a free box. Let me know if you want me to do that. It could be really fun to see how they react to my feedback. And yeah, so I hope you enjoyed it. I will talk to you soon. Bye.